Hello, grand rising, good morning. Okay, can y'all see this melanin? Thank you, juices. Um, so I haven't posted a video in a minute. And I wanted to do a very, very quick one just to talk about my YouTube channel. And say hi. I know a lot of folks in my area are starting school. I'm sure there's some other places where they're starting school. So love and light and blessings and safety and good health to all of our children. Um, with school starting, my business is picking up and things like that. I really have to sit and where my focus is going to be. And I find that the time it takes for me to do the podcast versus a YouTube video is just so much more time and effort that goes into it that I don't have right now. That's being honest. Hopefully, when I empty some certain things off my plate, I will, and I can dedicate that time. But right now, I know I don't have it. Right now, I have the book series. So, Predictions and Prose is a book series until I decide it isn't. It's a book series. So, next week, I'll start writing and channeling messages for September. So, um, and the August predictions are available. You can get them a few different ways. So, if you go to Amazon, you can get paperback or hardback. And the book it's a poetry book. It is a divination tool. It is a journal. So the book itself, I did like what the moon's phases are for each day. I did what the numerology is for the day, what the planetary energy is for the day. I did highlight any major aspects or lunar events at the beginning. I did pull cards for the overall energy for the month. I just didn't do an interpretation for them. But all of the day, every day, so all 31 days of August, I did a daily forecast in tarot and oracle cards. And then I wrote the interpretation out in a poem. So that's also why I have not been doing like a quick morning reading, because I did a whole month of them already. I may for September post the cards from the book, but you still, if you get the book, then you get the reading, you get the cards, you get your numerology, you get your moon phase, and then you also have a journal page so that you can write down your own interpretations, how your day went, things like that. Have something to go back to. So you can purchase it as an ebook directly on my website. Also on my website under the shop, there is a link to Amazon where you can purchase the paperback or the hardback if that's what you prefer. So yeah, that's a lot of energy used to. I'm channeling for the collective, so it's not like I'm making an individual book or writing it for even myself. It is literally the collective, everyone who could potentially come across this book, the reading. So that's why I haven't been doing the morning ones, because that was a lot of work, because I was literally probably doing 3 days a day to get the book done on time. Um, so there's that. And you can purchase the August book anytime. I'm not going to take it down off the site. If you want to purchase it later and just have it and look backwards, some people like to do that, then that's fine. So that's part of it. Plus, I have two kids in school now, so I need that time for them in the afternoons. So, like, even with my day job, I'm not like, I have a meeting this week after 4, but I'm not taking any meetings after 4, because when they get home from school, it is snacks. And especially with my 5-year-old having therapy throughout the week, he needs my time to help him get the in school stuff he's not getting because he's in therapy. So yeah, I have to reprioritize and restructure my life in a way that is going to be good for them. So podcasts are easy. Like, I can record a podcast and talk. I don't have to worry about what I look like on camera or anything. I just have to make sure I'm someplace reasonably quiet and I get it done. So if you are my YouTube followers, I love y'all. When I can, I will post snippets of the podcast, at least the first 10 minutes of them on YouTube, so you know what's happening on the podcast. But I'm going to link the podcast. Please go follow me on the podcast. The astrology birth chart series that I was working on, I'm going to redo it in podcast form. So that is something that's coming. September, I have some spiritual housekeeping. The end of the month, I'm going to be doing. So we'll see how content goes, but I know I'm going through some things spiritually, some things that are really going to benefit the collective and myself, but I need to make sure I have time to study and be prepared as I move to this new phase in my life. That being said, this weekend I'm going to be at here in my town. I'm going to be at Gaia's Wellness Massage, and I'm excited to do readings. We have some spots open, so by all means, you can go. Like, the spots are reserved on my website. It feels really cool to be able to say you can do everything on my website. Even in the social links on my website, you can get to my podcast. You can get to my page on Medium. Like, you can get to everything from my website. So yeah, I definitely want to see y'all on the podcast. I'm really the podcast is fun for me too. Like, I'm so less stressed. I'm really less stressed out doing the podcast. And if you want to support me, if you feel like, you like the content I'm creating, by all means, join us on Patreon, because I do link the stuff on Patreon as well. I'm going to get back to that. Shout out to my patrons. Thank you for continuing to support me. My patrons get a copy of the ebook for free, by the way. So you support me, you get a copy of the ebook for free. Essentially, you've been paying for it. You'll get that copy. Occasionally, I will drop a coupon for my patrons. So if you want a reading or something like that, I'm going to start giving my patrons coupons so they can do that. If you are not local, or even if you are local and you don't have the time or the means or comfort to come to the Gaia's Wellness Massage on Saturday to get a reading, but you really want a reading, I have options available. Inbox readings are available and open this week. So if you don't see a time slot that works for you, just send me an email and just say, hey, can you fit me in? And I'll be honest whether I can or I can't. And then I'll do it. And the way I'm going to do the inbox readings is it will still be a video. So you'll still see me. You'll still see me pull cards. You might see the kids run through or something. I've decided to stop trying to make it be perfect and there's no kids and no... Y'all know I'm a single mom. It's gonna happen. So unless I have like my mom or sister or somebody at the house at the time, or I'm outside like now, they gonna show up. It's not gonna stop the reading. It's not gonna make the reading any less. I might pause if I have to, go use mommy voice, but other than that, you're gonna get the video reading, and then I'll send it to you in a Zoom link, and you can watch it and download it for yourself for future reference. But yeah, so later today, I will be recording. Imposter syndrome keeps coming up. So I'm going to record something on imposter syndrome. And then I also keep getting I keep feeling like there may be a question out regarding where I'm at spiritually. And I feel like, I just kind of want to do maybe a spiritual update. So I'll do a podcast on that. So that's what's going on. As always, thank you. Thank you to my followers. Shouts out to the folks that came to the apothecary who are now following me on Instagram. Thank you. I'm grateful that y'all took the time. Like, not a single person I knew, and that's not to say anything against the people I knew, but I didn't know a single individual other than the young lady that worked at the apothecary that came through to the apothecary. And it was just such beautiful energy. And the fact that I got the compliment, like, you feel like family, I want to be your friend. Oh man, that was just so beautiful. I didn't know what to even do with that information. It was just like lovely. Um, and it made me feel like I was on, like, sometimes I'm like not sure, and then I get that confirmation, like, yeah. So shouts out to them. Thank you to the apothecary. I will be back. Maybe I'll see if I can squeeze one in before I travel next month. But if not, October. If y'all got time in October, I may see you about October. November, I will be at Conjure Fest here in town. So, yay. October, I will be at a breast cancer awareness event on the 9th. Yay. So, your girl's working, bringing in the abundance, bringing in the prosperity, doing what I feel passionate about, which is just being a light to others and being helpful. Because I don't feel like I say anything that you didn't already know. I think that ego made you feel unsure, and you're not really sure whether you're hearing your ego or your intuition. And my hope is that anyone that gets a reading, or even anyone that gets like buys a bath or an oil, like, I give you something that you can do on your own and keep up with afterwards. So that's my hope. But that's it. That's all I wanted to share. Thank you again to my subscribers on YouTube. Like I said, please come join me on my podcast, because I'm getting ready to I got my schedule laid out. So I'm recording at least one podcast episode today, if not two. And we're going to get this podcast thing jumping, and then hopefully soon I will get back to videos on YouTube. I will still do quickies on Instagram, so please come join me on Instagram. Please note, and this is not anything wrong, but if I don't know you personally, I'm not going to add you on Facebook, and I'm not going to add you on my private Instagram. My kids are on there, my family. That's just, I want to keep that for me. So if we're cool, we're friends, we people, okay, that's fine. And the same thing goes for who I follow on my NiyahShalom profile. When the people I follow are people who I'm trying to learn from, and I'm trying to glean insight from, or who I find inspirational. So if you follow me on Sweet Like Sugar, but I don't follow you back, but I follow you on Sweet Like Sugar, understand, it's not, I don't love you. It's just, I'm trying to, maybe compartmentalize is the word. I don't know, but yeah, that's the logic as the reason why. It's not any love lost. I'm still following you on the other one. I just don't follow you on that one because I'm trying to keep my feed on that one for a specific purpose. Otherwise, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just like in love with my skin right now. Juices, you should get you some. Yeah, I'm gonna have to let her know. Like, I've plugged her like twice now in this video. Like, definitely get you some. Otherwise, have a good day.